providing resources and comfort to caregivers. This is Caregiver Crossing.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Well, hi.
Hey. All right. You're welcome to Caregiver Crossing. Thanks for being here. I'm Tina McIntosh, my co-host.
Terry Stacy.
Smoking hot producer.
Noah Taylor.
If this is your first time joining us, we want you to know that Caregiver Crossing is a show brought to you by Joy's House, which is where Noah and I work, presented in partnership with Cardon and Associates, where we don't work, but whom we love. And we are right here every week to discuss all things caregiving with you. And we're gonna actually talk about social workers to open the show because March is Social Work Month.
Well, nice round of applause for
Yes,
everyone that are social workers.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. It's a time to celebrate this incredible impact that social workers have in our community. I mean, they make such a difference for our families and all of us, really, healthcare settings, the whole thing. And so there's a theme for 2025, and that is social work, compassion plus action. And it highlights the way that social workers combine this great empathy that they have, advocacy, and problem solving to improve lives every day. So, quiz time, friends.
Okay.
Social workers. When you think about social workers, like maybe in the area of caregiving and healthcare, what do you think they do?
Oh my gosh. I think that they are a communicator. I think they are liaisons. I think that they are that face of help.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know if it's right.
But you are right. Do you have a thought?
No, I was going to say I agree. I mean, when I think social work, I do think, the people who are there to help those who might not have it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like a warm hug,
They're
right?
helpers, right?
Filled with information. Ooh, I'm going into a hot flash right now. You see it happening? Do you see it? I'm turning red.
It's awful. I wish I could help you.
It's okay.
I wish I
Thank
could
you
help you.
for
Let me
the-
open the door.
No, it's okay.
Window.
Terry's fake fanning me right now. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
They do provide three general areas: emotional support, so guidance during these really difficult transitions and times; resources and referrals, so that might be financial aid, healthcare, community services; and crisis intervention, which is really, I think, undervalued until you're in crisis; and advocacy for vulnerable individuals. And so, thank you. She's still fanning me.
Just
Your
think
arms-
you mean stop doing it?
Yeah, you can stop. Your arms can
Okay.
get tired.
No, it was almost exercise.
Oh, let's keep
I'm
doing
getting
it.
that underflap.
I know the wave, the grandma wave of the underarm. Okay, hi, sorry everybody.
Okay.
Can you, either of you, think of a time when a social worker helped you or a loved one, maybe navigating a difficult situation, or I don't know, anything come to mind?
Can they fall under different names?
I mean,
Like, maybe they were doing the work of a social worker, but they had a different title, so I wouldn't know if they counted as a
probably because
social worker.
there are a lot of titles, and then it might be like LSW after their name. But yeah. So let me give you an example. I think, when my kids were in school, there were social workers that were there that were very helpful. Certainly my health journey and my husband's health journey, and both with both of my dads that I've cared for. And I think situationally, maybe I didn't realize the impact of the moment that we were in. And I might not even remember the face or the name of the person, but they were always there helping to guide us. I just feel like sometimes social workers do this incredible work and then they get overlooked because they're just there. They're a constant.
You can. Here's the thing: you can count on them in a medical situation. That's the person that you can get to immediately.
Yeah,
is that social worker. And that person really becomes not only your social worker or your whatever name they fall under, but that becomes really your friend. In most instances, they become your friend, or at least that's the way it appears.
Like your friend, your therapist, your guide, your safety net, everything. And sometimes we just don't recognize that. Or we think, at least in my experience, like, I don't know how to best use the social worker. Just they're all the things, really.
They really are. I don't have any experiences personally with social work, but I was thinking we should give a shout out to Abby Vincent, who is our care services director here at Joy's House and is also a licensed clinical social worker.
Yes.
I haven't got to talk to her
Well,
so
let's
much.
go get her.
And what about Nick?
Yes, and Nick too. We have the opportunity of working with some really, really incredible and empathetic people.
And what is that job? What does that person do? What does Nick do? What does the other,
Abby.
Abby.
Yeah.
What
so,
do they do?
It really primarily focused on family care. And so they are, along with other coworkers of ours who are not technically social workers, but doing the work of a social worker, like you're saying,
Right.
helping families to navigate every day, the big moments and the little moments. It might be a celebration. It might be a challenge. It might be that they need Caregiver Way, our online community for family caregivers here at Joy's House. It might be they need a different connection in the community with somebody that isn't us, but they do all that and they do it very gracefully. So, yeah, if either of you were going to go into social work, Terry, you would be an incredible social worker.
Oh, I don't know. I'm afraid I would be, I wouldn't have some of the guts because you also have to be a very strong human being.
You do.
Right? And I'm not sure.
And you can't take everybody home.
You can't take them home and you can't save everybody. I mean, you try your very best, but I'm sure that is a world of ups and downs, right? As a social worker, your emotions are up, high and low and high and low, wins and losses of things. And I don't know if I would be very good at it, but you would be great at it. And I always feel like that is who you are.
I mean, that's kind of what we do here.
Yeah, I think
at
that's
Joy's
who
House.
you are. You're just a house full of social workers.
And occupational therapists.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I got a lot of OT in this
Yes,
body
we do,
that I used to bring out more than others. But yeah, I know we are going to have to go here in just a minute. When you were little, what did you think you would do, both of you?
I actually thought I was going to go to Purdue and be an architect. I was really interested in math and engineering, so I thought I was going to go into that.
Interesting. I can see that.
And then I ended up in marketing and then working, with the aging population, and I absolutely love it.
I love that. You?
Zookeeper or possibly I would work at Walt Disney World.
Is it too late for either of those things?
It really is.
What about your pay to fish pond?
Well, love to have had that too.
It's not
I had
too late.
a lot of dreams.
It's not too late.
No,
All right.
it's not too late. Well, it
Yeah.
is too late.
It's not.
I feel like it might be.
I always wanted to be an author, so I did that now.
You did that.
Nobody cares
What's
anymore.
next? What's
but,
second?
I don't know. I mean, I'm really happy with what I get
Farmer?
to do here. No, I think I've filled that. I
I was
filled
going to
that.
say,
Check.
haven't you had some of that experience?
Yeah, if anybody wants
Some
two goats, email me at tina@joyshouse.org. My goats
better.
are adorable.
You will be vetted.
Yeah, you would absolutely
You
be vetted.
will be
I'm being
vetted.
serious here.
Yeah, it's not
but here's
for
the deal.
food.
Here's the deal. And this is because as my goats are aging, hello, Caregiver Crossing, like as my goats are aging, they are going to need a herd because one of them is going to die before the other one. And I don't want the other one to be left alone. And so I'm starting to think about a bigger herd for them. So if you want my
Okay.
goats,
Sounds like a real metaphor for,
Yeah.
it's true.
I mean, for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, for every species, really.
So tina@joyshouse.org, let me know. But I will vet you because it has to be the right home. Okay, we've got to go take a break. We're going to come back, but thank you so much to all the social workers. So thank your social workers in your life. Share stories about them so people know the kind of work they do, and then advocate for policies. If you're into that, do that. I'm not very good at it. Teach me your ways. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment on Caregiver Crossing.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you by Joy's House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. With 20 communities owned, operated, or managed in the Midwest and more than 4 decades of senior living experience, Cardon and Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us for more information and to find a community near you. Stay put, everybody. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
We are back on Caregiver Crossing. We're so excited. We've got a dear friend in studio with us. We could probably sit here for 3 days and talk, but I'll be quick then. Hi, Tina McIntosh.
Hi, Tina. Terry here.
Our producer.
Noah Taylor.
And in studio with us is Jennifer Agramonte. Now listen, She's a lot of things, my friends. She is in development at Shepherd Community Center, which we love. We have known her as a part of Caregiver Crossing for probably 15 years.
So 15, 20.
And you're going to find out she's a devoted caregiver to her loved one who is a guest at Joy's House UND. So just welcome, friend, family.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be
She
here.
really is family. I
Yeah.
mean, we
I mean,
really
isn't
have
it-
known you for a long, long time.
Isn't that funny?
And I did not realize that you are caring for someone right now.
Yes.
Who are you caring for?
My mom.
Caring
And it's
for
a
your
new
mom.
development, fairly new. Like she's been with me 5 years.
How did you know it was time to take her with you to bring? You brought her to your home, right?
Yep. We remodeled the home and made her our guest bedroom on the first floor, in suite kind of thing en suite for her. But what was interesting is my dad passed. It'll be 9 years, I think. It was 9 years in March. It's hard to keep track of time. I'm telling you what. But and my mom had said that she didn't want to be alone. We knew that. And then the pandemic hit, and she was like, no, I can't spend another winter up here. I just can't do it. So I said, okay, then we have to get the plan in motion and bring you down.
Because you lived
here.
in different cities,
She was
different
up-
states, right?
Not states. She was
Okay.
up in Elkhart, Indiana, which
Okay.
is where I was born and
That's right.
raised. And so me being down in Greenwood. And what was interesting is the Christmas prior or maybe two before, I started noticing something kind of weird that like all of a sudden she couldn't remember what we had for Christmas dinner that we've had for like all of my life, like 58 years, you know? Yeah. And so I was like, that's weird. That's kind of interesting. So, but she was still really good and mainly it was not a big deal. So got her moved down on August 1st of 2020 and she was still driving and she was still doing all of that. And then there were little things like I noticed that her plate had not been registered since 2018 when she bought the car. So I was like, hey, Mom, we need to register your car down here. It hasn't been registered since you bought it. And she's like, oh, no, it has. See the 20 down here? Right here it is. And I said, yeah, that's Elkhart County. You know, I mean, that kind of thing where I'm like, ooh, boy, okay. And then the big thing was that I started getting tax information from her. Her mail came down and she owed like $10,000 in back taxes.
It's incredible that that's how it happens for a lot of people. It's that slow stuff, right? It's a letter, it's a voicemail, it's an email where all of a sudden it puts this big spotlight on a thing that maybe we kind of notice.
Right.
But it's not so in our face.
No. And then what happened is, so I knew that we were on a journey. We got with a neurologist. I started looking at a geriatrician. One of my best friend's dad was going through it. Her dad came up here to Joy's house at Broad Ripple. So I was taking the journey with people that also were doing it and friends that had before. So we start doing everything we need to do. And then the renovation got done. She was ready to move. We're moving her in. We hang the last picture up, and she literally had a mental breakdown.
Oh.
3 days of complete craziness. I mean, the worst 3 days of my life. I don't even know how to explain it. No sleep. I had no idea what's going on with her. My best friend came up to bring me lunch, and we were figuring out what to do. And she was just like, who is this woman? I mean, she's known her for 30 years. And so I had some friends that were in mental health, and we went through I had the ambulance there the first night. The second night we went to community ER because it was the only place that had any connection to Seasons, the community, the behavioral center up north. And so I finally got her in there. We got a bed. And I mean, it was like a 36-hour, 24-hour journey to get that. And then when she came out, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, okay, what am I going to do here?
And that hold, by the way, for her is like, what, 10 days?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not long.
No.
Long enough for you to sleep
It was
and
10
try to figure things out. But I think it's 10 days is the max.
That's right. And that's exactly what she needed. And the doctors told me, they were like, we're not going to be able to tell you why this happened. There's not going to be an answer for this.
Right. She had a psychotic break, really,
She
right?
did, 100%.
But she was back to normal then?
Oh, gosh, no.
No.
So that's what brought on the dementia full blown.
Oh.
And when we visited the geriatrician, and we'd been going to she has a primary care physician and then her geriatrician, which if I didn't have the geriatrician, I would not know what to do with my life. I mean, lifesaver. And so it's this medicine playing game of like, what medicines does the geriatrician recommend, that really came from the psychiatrist at the hospital. What do we do physically? You know, it was just a whole new world, whole new world. And she was never normal. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
she was
right.
never my mom again.
Right.
Like I lost my mom on that day.
Oh.
And that's the part that's the hardest thing is like, I went and saw my therapist who I'd been seeing for a long time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like a grieving process every day, or at least when I start to understand it better, when we drop to a new plateau.
Right. And was that the biggest surprise for you?
Oh, there were so many surprises.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I recognized right away was, wow, you can hear all about this from other people, but there's zero way to prepare for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Zero.
That just came out of nowhere, really. I mean, it did.
Right.
I knew she was declining in some instances, but not
No.
in a blink of an eye.
Yes. And I mean, and it doesn't always happen that way for people. My mom
Right.
had a psychotic break, you know.
Which
so
I've never heard anybody else tell me about something like this happening and then not recovering from that.
Right.
And then just going kind of declining from that.
I think the hard part is we want answers. Like,
Right.
why did
You
it
wanna know,
happen?
why did that happen?
Right.
What
When
made
is
that
something
happen?
else going to happen? Like,
Yeah.
what am I grieving for this period? But you're right. You just have to do the day by day.
That's
And
it. That's all you can do. I mean, someone told me about that 36 hours, the
Yeah.
book. And I mean, that was the truth. That was the reality. It's like I did not have enough time in a 24-hour day to take care of myself and my mom. I had a daughter still in high school. You know, I was like, what in the world?
It's
This is
crisis
crazy.
mode.
Yeah.
It's
it
crisis
is.
mode all of the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
oh, totally get it.
Yep. And so we brought her back. We got her the right medicine, and she's still. It was funny because they said that she was diagnosed as mild cognitive impairment. Okay, so it's a dementia. Alzheimer's is not an issue here. This is dementia, and it forever has been that mild. And so now even they're like, okay, she might be a little bit moderate, but she's so functional. She can still bathe herself, dress herself. I have to help her not wear the same thing 2 days in a row. And I mean, all those kinds of things. But she's starting to lose that too. But but the mind is just,
This is 5 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the statistic is for those who have a mild cognitive impairment diagnosis, within 5 years, 40% of those people will progress into a more serious diagnosis.
Right.
The rest of us just live with that mild cognitive delay. So it'll be interesting to see where she goes in the future.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take a break. Okay. We're asking you to stick around.
Okay.
And then when we come back, want to talk about kind of what normal days were like before Joy's house with your mom, and then when you found Joy's house, because you know, while we know Joy's house might not be the answer for everybody,
it
we
was for
want
me.
people to know adult day is an option, right? And how it can impact you. So
Absolutely.
Do not go anywhere.
Okay.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you as a service of Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. With locations in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus, Joyce House provides exceptional day services for individuals living with a life-altering diagnosis and compassionate support for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joyce House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their best life, regardless of their abilities. Learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or by visiting joycehouse.org today. All right, stick around, everybody. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. Terry Stacy along with Tina McIntosh and also Noah Taylor is here producing today's show. We have the absolute pleasure of speaking with somebody whose heart for service shines in every part of her life. Her name is Jeni Agramonte, and she is in development at Shepherd Community Center. You know that name for sure, I'll bet. But beyond her incredible professional work, she is also a devoted caregiver that we learned in talking to her before the break, to her loved one, and who is a guest, by the way, at Joy's house here at Joy's House, UIndy, right? Mm-hmm. That's where we are. All right. So thank you for sticking around through the break with us, Jennifer. And we wanted to talk about, Tina had a question that you wanted to talk about that caregiving mode and becoming that caregiver, and which nobody can prepare you for by any means, but having an adult day service available to you. What has life been like adding that to your world?
Oh my gosh, I knew when I needed to use it, and I was so glad that I was familiar with Joy's house and that there was a location on the south side because I'm down in Greenwood. And I didn't even think about it. I knew we were going there. I was like, they better have an opening. I need to do this, because it was really obvious that I can't work my job because
you're a young woman.
Right. I mean, it's I just can't do that and care for her. Plus, she wanted her own independence, and she's very much about, she could stay by herself for decent periods of time. It's gotten much shorter now.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, it's her mother who you're caring for.
Yep. And so went down there, and like I said, it was just such an easy transition. She really likes it. Of course, I can't tell that she likes it when we're going in the morning because it's just the way of dementia. She seems to never be in a good mood. But they always get a really good version of my mom. This is one of the things that I talk about. I
love that.
Yep. I'm like, it's so hard because I'm so grateful that she's more herself there and everything, but it stinks for the loved ones that are with them all the time because I can't get her to laugh and show me her sarcastic sense of humor that I know she has and all of that, but she does share it there. And the very humorous thing is my mom was a teacher for 48 years. So she thinks it's school and she thinks she's going to teach. And Leah was so funny because when I was talking to her about that, I'm like, I'm not really sure how to handle that because I can go down that road long, play along and live in her world for a while. But then we hit a point where she's like, I have not prepared my plan for tomorrow. What am I going to do? And so I have to kind of say, well, Mom, you're just, assisting Leah and
perfect.
Linda. And,
Leah, by the way, is Noah's younger sister.
Yes, I know that.
Yes, she loves, you and your mother so much.
Thanks. That's sweet. So it's just funny because as the caregiver and my children, so my son lives at home with me, so I'm absolutely the definition of
your
sandwich generation.
How old is your son?
23.
Okay. So you really are
smashed.
Yes. And I had no idea what that meant either. I mean, you hear it, but now, and it's very hard for him to understand. He's like, Mom, why are you taking her to Joy's house all the time? Because she doesn't want to go. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. She needs to go. When she gets there, she's great. She interacts. She needs the interaction. They're moving her around, which I can't get her to do
physical and mental stimulation, right? Because
so important.
There's so much to be said for community and purpose. And if not, then I wouldn't mind staying in my PJs at home for a couple of days, but you keep me there every day, and I'm able-bodied, able-minded, and I would go a little stir crazy.
Right. Well, we all got a little taste of it during COVID.
For
you know what I'm saying?
It was great for a month.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, for your life? No.
Right.
No. So it's funny because Leah told me one day, I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. She thinks she's coming in to teach. We've got this worriedness about the plan. And she said, oh gosh, don't worry about it. We have about 8 different professions going on in here every single day.
That's really cute. Everybody has a job.
Yes, because that's the part they remember.
Right.
That's what's so,
it's so interesting. The brain.
So I will say this. It's great for your mom. What has having Joy's house, an adult day service, a break, what has it done for you?
Oh, it helps me stay normal. Basically, I'm introduced as my mom's mom regularly. Like she can't figure out, that she can every now and then, but it's just if I don't, and sometimes I take her there when I don't really have a lot of appointments, and
please
I don't
do that.
care. That's the thing.
Please do that.
Yeah, she goes there. That is her routine. And I get to work it for the hours that I need to do for my job. A lot of times we don't come in until right around lunchtime because I'm just taking care of a lot of things in the morning and that kind of stuff. But it's taught me about self-care. I've been able to ask a lot of questions that I think are just like stupid. I don't know what to do. And the suggestions that I've received from everyone are so great. I mean, my mom and I are both reading a book together because she's a voracious reader, and she still thinks she's doing it on her own time. And she's not. And so Nancy was actually the one who suggested to me, why don't you get a funny book, because your mom has a very sarcastic sense of humor, and maybe you can get some of that laughter out of her if you guys are reading a book. So we're reading Irma Bombeck, If My Life is a Bowl of Cherries, Why Am I Always in the Pits?
It's funny.
Love.
Great choice.
And I mean, that's the kind of thing. Those are the kind of suggestions.
Have you seen her smile differently?
A little bit. My mom is so worried about what's happening next and what's happening tomorrow, and I need to do laundry, and she doesn't want to be a burden. She's continually telling me that, which that's the burden. You know, I mean, if I could just know that she was happy and moving along and not worrying, then that would be such a relief for me.
Yes.
But,
You know, what is the one thing that you wish every caregiver really knew about finding that support?
Well, you can't exist without it. I mean, you absolutely, I was lucky because I had a great village. And then I had the relationship with Joy's House and knew about it. But please do not think that you can do it by yourself. I mean, it's 100% impossible. Just not possible. And I think
so
people
true.
think they can. You know,
Yeah,
and
I
it's,
think
you
so
can't.
too. Yeah.
You can't.
Well, and we've been talking about that too, or think that they shouldn't ask for help. And it's like, get rid of everything you think you know is, you know, what's perfect, what's right, what's strong.
Right.
And nobody cares.
No.
Like, just be vulnerable.
Totally.
Accept the help.
Yep. And I mean, being divorced and a single mom very early on with my kids made me build a village. So, you know, I at least had that skill to do that, and a lot of people don't.
All right. So last thing, because our time is almost up here. We ask every guest this question. We asked you this of your mother. What brings you joy in 20 seconds or less?
People bring me joy. People and relationships. That has always filled me up. And that's my heart for people.
And you have that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're wonderful. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing, because what you're saying and your experience is going to help at least one other person.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, do it for the one, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
relatable.
And thank you for trusting us with the care of your mother.
Oh, gosh. You guys have been wonderful.
We love her.
I couldn't do it without Joy's House. Seriously.
And I know she's made lots of friends too.
Yeah,
So,
she has.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
been
you
fun
so
to
much.
watch.
We love you.
Love you too.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. We're here every week to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit joycehouse.org to connect with us, hear past episodes, learn more about caregiver support resources in the community, and much, much more. That website again is Caregiver Crossing. That website again is joycehouse.org. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing shortly.
We're back on Caregiver Crossing. I'm staring at Terry Stacy's Yeti, which I'm going to get her a brush to clean it.
Can I tell you, I've had this is terrible. This is why I'm not a good caregiver. I've had this for 2 Christmases and I've never cleaned that.
Oh, no. You're drinking mold. that cannot be good.
I changed the straw.
Okay,
I won't
well,
lie to you. I did take the straw
that's
and get
fair.
a new straw.
It's clean then. I mean, if you have a new straw, the whole thing is basically clean.
Terry,
Yeah.
what's in it right now?
Iced tea. Always iced tea. Nothing else goes in this but iced tea.
We're going to talk off air.
It does look dirty.
The
and
perpetual
it's the
cup
lighting
of
in here
iced
makes
tea.
it look really dirty.
It's like a bottomless.
Yeah.
All right. So, hi, Caregiver Crossing. It's the end of the show. It's the end of our time together. In this segment, we're going to talk about the power of music in caregiving.
I love it.
Jazz hands, take it away. Why does it matter? Noah, why does music matter?
Well, I mean, music matters for so many reasons, but ultimately for caregivers, it is a powerful tool for calming, connecting, and bringing joy to both caregivers and their loved ones.
I mean, I feel that. Like, for me, and thinking about me in caregiving roles, music would like soothe me, right? It would take away my stress and my anxiety. And I don't know, what else does it do?
All of that.
Makes you dance.
It can also do that.
Give you some exercise.
It can also just evoke fantastic memories of better times.
Yes.
And for people living with dementia, that's also true. You know, we've talked about that for years. There are many studies on memory recall when it comes to music. And so, yeah, I think, and it gives us something to talk about too. So I'm thinking about my dad when he was in hospice, now that we just spent time talking about hospice, and we would play music for him. It was always, he was very drawn to Native American music and like the sounds of like flutes and like horses running in the background. So I would put that on. We had a record player in his room, and I'd put that on in there for him. And, you know, just think like, this would be great music
it's
for
just
him.
wonderful.
But we could talk about it, or I could speak to it even when he couldn't respond. So yeah.
And then you'll remember those songs forever. You just keep passing those favorite songs of those people before us that just keep getting passed down as favorites. You know, you think about what you love and where did that come from? And so much of what I love, my mom loved. My mom and dad loved. They loved this great music of whether that was jazz or whether that was, you know.
What was it for you? What music is it that brings you joy?
You know, I really love, and this is just the truth, I love all music. I love show tunes. I love rock and roll. I love country music. I love music. There's not music that I've ever come across that I was like, I just hate that so bad. I never want to hear it again in my life.
What about Baby Shark? Do.
I hate that so much. I never want to hear that again.
I'd love for you to hum it right now.
Baby Shark.
See?
I don't like it.
Ingrained in our brain.
You're welcome.
You are right about that. Yeah, that's very true.
What music did
I'm angry with you right now.
I'm sorry for bringing it up.
What, Terry?
What music? This is getting off. I'm going off the rails
right.
again. I'm going the other way. What music did you not care for? And then your husband comes along and he's got music that he loves, and now you've absorbed it and you love it.
So much music. Merle Haggard. And that whole... Now, Jeff McIntosh, ladies and gentlemen, you will find him on a summer's day riding on his lawnmower in our yard with earbuds in, singing Merle Haggard so loud that you can hear him a mile away.
Over the lawnmower.
Oh, for sure.
That's so funny. That was such a surprise.
So
surprise
that
answer.
Genre of music. Is that a thing in your household?
Beatles.
How about you with your girlfriend? Anything?
I'm going to say specifically Tears for Fears.
Oh,
I love that band.
Because she loved the music and she brought it to you.
Yeah. I mean, she loves all music, but we
That
have a
is
lot
great.
of fun with.
Yeah. Okay, man, what about opera?
I don't know opera.
I don't either, but I love to sing.
But I've never been to an opera, and I don't know operatic. Is that the way to say it?
I think so.
Operatic music. I don't know it, so I don't know.
I don't know it either, but
I feel like
I don't mind it.
I kind of want to go like Pretty Woman, the movie, if you remember that, where she goes to the opera and she
Yes.
sobs. Like, I'm
feels
afraid
it.
I wouldn't be that person, and I'd be like, clock is ticking, get me out of
boring.
here. This is
Yeah.
worse than Merle Haggard.
You do like, don't you? Are you the one of my friends that loves really hard rock and roll?
Oh, I do.
It's you.
There are
That you
sometimes
can,
I'll
like,
get in the car and I'm
make
like
us something.
White Snake, AC/DC, like Metallica, just crank it and something happens. Or the next day it might be Eazy-E. Like it just depends.
Depends on what you're
But
feeling.
yacht
love
rock
it
will
all.
be my music. Like forever be my music. So I will tell you, we talk about music and dementia and aging. For caregivers, like using music to your benefit, you can put it in different rooms, can have a different vibe. Like if you want one area and you want to put in classical music, kind of in, on your Alexa. Sorry if your Alexa just went off, but on your Alexa in a room. And then in another, maybe you have Baby Shark playing in the bathroom. I don't know, but you can set it up like that. Or headphones are really great too. We had one guest, a lot of guests here at Joy's house affected by music, but one guest who was, every time she was agitated, like combative and just not in a nice mood, we could put her headphones on and put on her genre of music. We had a special playlist, and everything about her changed. So
Love it.
it will be,
powerful thing.
it will be Tears for Fears with Noah one day. Take note
And I'll sing
now.
every word.
So, is there a song, Tears for Fears for you, I hear, but that lifts your spirits, like that really brings you up?
Oh, that really brings me up. Gosh, I've started to get into, and I just really love it. I love Christian contemporary music.
Me too.
And it can change my mood in a second and lift me up. And it just does. I listen to K-Love. I listen to K-Love. I like the music that I hear, and it does speak to me.
Yes, I would agree with that. And Captain and Tennille's Love Will Keep Us Together.
I'm so glad you didn't say Muskrat Love.
No, nobody likes that one. You, other than Tears for Fears?
Another one that just came into my head is that song, Dancing in the Moonlight.
Dancing in the moonlight.
I love that song.
It's a yacht rock song.
It is a yacht rock song.
See? Everybody loves yacht rock.
Let's put it on. Let's listen to it together.
Oh, you could put it as our outro music if you could find it real quick. You got to hurry, though, because we only have less than a minute.
Oh, hurry.
So here's the deal. We want you to incorporate music into your daily routine. So whether you're like me, you're going to put on Metallica and crank it up. You're going to put on the Christian music that we love, and you're really going to find your soul there. Like, it can be on a drive. It can be at bedtime. It can be whenever works for you. Try it. Maybe less talking in the kitchen when you're making dinner and more music. Just try it and see what it does for you. So let us know. You can email me at tina@joyshouse.org. You can always call us 254-0828. And before we go, we want to say thank you to our friends at Cardon and Associates who so generously support Caregiver Crossing. We love you, mean it, and we're grateful for you. So for the rest of you, until next time, take good care of each other.